What's going on, everybody? So, my powerlifting meet that I've been training for the last 3 to 4 months was originally scheduled for January the 24th, which was yesterday at the time of uploading this video. Due to the extreme winter weather that affected 2/3 of the country, that meet was rescheduled to next Saturday, January the 31st. And out of all the powerlifting meets I've done, I've never had a meet be rescheduled. So I was kind of at a loss, like what to do, because I was in my deload week when I was told that the meet had been rescheduled. And I'm obviously understanding of why it was rescheduled. I'm not complaining, but I'm like, man, what do I do with my training? And I just made the ultimate decision to repeat my final phase on Juggernaut. So the final phase on Juggernaut is 2 weeks out, and it's broken down into some heavy work on squat and bench when you're 2 weeks out, and then you start your deload a week out with just doing some simple rep work. So here we are with me starting over, which I'm very thankful for, because whenever I did my heavy squat workout, I was supposed to work up to 495, and my last warm up of 470 moved like an RPE 9, because that's what I was supposed to hit. And I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to shut it down for today. I think I was just exhausted because I hit such a heavy deadlift of 585 for a really tough grind of a single just a few days prior. And I'm kind of glad I had a second shot at this. Now, I still didn't hit the number that I wanted on this squat day, but I was feeling exponentially better compared to the last, whenever I originally attempted this squat workout. So it's kind of like getting a second chance at this week, and, hopefully go into the meet feeling a little better. So this is 475. I'm just hitting it for a single. And, I was feeling really good warming up, and my last warm-up moved really good. This was supposed to be my actual last warm-up, but based on how my prior squat workout went, I just wanted to see, okay, what's in the tank for today. Just get a good hard single in, and don't overdo it. Save the PR for the platform. And I decided to end it after this because this moved really good. It moved smooth. It wasn't an all out. Like, all right, I'm trying to leave it at that, and in my work up on squats from there. I did some back off doubles as well. Moving into the next day, I'm very happy with this. I hit 305 on bench, which for me is a gym PR. And then I did some back off work with, I believe, oh no, I'm sorry, this is 290. So I think this is just a back off single maybe. It might have actually been my single working up to 305. I think this was my last single working up to 305 actually. So yeah, either way, I got some really good reps, at 290 and 305, and I was very pleased with that. I definitely always do better on meet day, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen here with my bench as well. My deadlift, I'm hoping I've just decayed enough fatigue to be able to perform and get a PR. I'm hoping for 600 at this meet on deadlifts. 600 has been just kind of just out of my reach for so long. And here I'm just doing some light block pulls with 445. And I mean, these moved, like nothing. I just did some light singles to kind of keep my deadlift fitness up. Supersetted that with some hanging leg raises. This is actually today's workout, Sunday, before now the new meet date. So this is Sunday, January 25th. Supersetting the block pulls with hanging leg raises and hoping I don't, donkey kick my son while he's dancing around in front of me. Also just loving the flattering angle of my muffin top hanging out there. So that was my first, working sets of the day. And then it just did, 3 or 4 sets of 3, 265 on bench after that. And supersetted that with chest supported barbell rows. This has grown to be one of my favorite back moves over the last year, and I've gotten really good at them. So I did 3 or 4 sets of 6 to 10 here. It's supposed to be 6 to 8, but I think I did 9 on this first one. So my lats are really getting stronger doing this, and you know, I've got a bumper plate underneath the bench to give me just a little more stretch at the bottom. Then went into supersetting pull-ups with front raises. Now these pull-ups are kind of ugly, but my lats were just worn out by this point. So I just, you know, gave what I had in the tank. Sorry for the very unflattering angle with no face in it here, but yeah, doing front raises. Then after that, did 3 sets of those. These always seem to help drive up my bench. And this kind of last hard workout before meet day. So I wanted to get some more reps in with those. I've been battling just fatigue this weekend and not having any energy. So I'm very thankful, thank God that I didn't have to do the meet yesterday, because I was dead yesterday. I was a zombie. Worried I was getting sick, but I'm feeling much better today. So, decided to push it a little bit and get one more solid workout in before the meet. So supersetting some JM press here. Sets of 8 to 10 on JM press. Again, something that always seems to drive my bench up. Front raises and JM press are probably my 2 favorite bench accessories. And I supersetted the JM presses with just regular old dumbbell curls. I always like doing dumbbell curl variations, whether it be hammer or just regular dumbbell curls. I like doing them seated. I just feel like I can get more of a mind-muscle connection when I'm seated. I'm not using as much body English, and it feels really good. So all that being said, now we're going into the deload week again for the meet. We're 6 days out, and really just hoping to get some PRs in all 3 lifts. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.